Welcome to part 3 of our workshop dashboard guided tour. And now we're shifting from learning into doing. The Maker's Workspace feature is brand new. When you scroll down into the Maker's Workspace on your dashboard, it will start out looking pretty empty. And it isn't intuitive how to use this space, but in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you how to get started, and you'll see how this tool can shorten your math, planning, and record keeping into a few clicks and keep your hard work organized and tucked away until you're ready to pull it out again. This way you can spend more time doing the fun stuff and less time hunting for scattered notebooks and looking up Latin ingredient names. This section of your dashboard is dedicated solely to your soap and skincare cosmetics. And this is where you'll keep your formulas, batch records, your notes, your safety data sheets, and your labels all in one place per project, so that you can cross-reference this information all at the same time and keep track of your projects. Once your formula is set up in your workspace, each batch that you make can then track your inventory and give you a cost breakdown for your batch, and will suggest a price for you to sell each unit. This is a lot of information, and we've just scratched the surface of what else we can do. But before we get started, I need to explain that this is not a full-blown tutorial on each of these tools. This is just an orientation on what these tools are and how they work together. The full tutorials are nested into their pertinent categories in the soap making course and in the cosmetic and lotion making course. So don't feel overwhelmed when you see these calculators roll past your eyes. Each and every tool has its own dedicated tutorial so that you can understand the concepts and why we use these records in our craft work. You also do not need to learn any of these in any particular order. Just migrate toward what you need as you're learning, because they can all be used as standalone tools. You do not need to use everything in the workspace to get what you need out of any one tool. We're going to break this down into 2 parts. First, how to create a workspace project, and second, what is inside the workspace project. Part 1. When you first sign into your account, your workspace looks pretty empty. The left is the entrance to the workspace, and the right is a quick snapshot of the last 3 projects that you were working on that you can jump back into if you want to. If you haven't created any projects yet, this will look fairly empty. So let's go ahead and enter our empty workspace. The first thing that you see is that you have nothing on this page. Your formulas have to be imported for you to see your first workspace project. And there are 2 ways to do this. You can import any formula from a page that you find in the Soap and Cosmetic library, and you can work on it just as if it was your very own. Or you can create your own formula on one of the 3 calculators and import your formula and work on it from there. Your formulas from the library show up directly in the front of the page, and any formulas that you create from a calculator show up once you toggle this button and reveal those. To import a formula from the library, you just open any library formula, and on every single page you will see a button that says "Add this formula to my workspace." This immediately creates a workspace formula page, which we'll visit in a minute, but for now you can see that this instantly pops up into your main workspace area. Now, if you want to create your own formula, you can import any solid soap, liquid soap, dual lye cream soap, or any of the cosmetic products from your saved formulas once you've created one in the calculators. Now, before I move forward, I just want to point out there are 2 ways on this website to retrieve any of the records you've created or saved. You can go through your workspace where every record for one particular project is organized together, or you can go over to the link from the main menu bar under My Tools and Calculators in My Formulas and Records. This allows you to filter and look for individual records one at a time. There may be occasions where you want to create formulas or records and you really don't want them attached to anything. They can just be their own standalone worksheets. So not every formula you create needs to be sent into a workspace, and you can play with how you save your records however you want to. Now, the way we send our own formula into a workspace is to first create a formula. So I'm going to go over to the soap calculator and I'm going to build a simple formula. we're going to draw up a very basic common soap formula, calculate it, and save it. Our formula is now saved to our account, and we can do a few things from here. We can print, we can go back and edit it if we want to, and we can go back and we can see it sitting among all of the other single document formulas that we've created. And finally, we can send it into a workspace. So let's go ahead and do that. As soon as we do that, and just like in the library formula that we just demonstrated, the Maker's Workspace formula page is created. And then you can see that if we jump back into the main workspace page, we can toggle back and forth and we can see both of the formulas that we've sent into our workspace. And you can have as many formulas as you like. The library formulas are all on one side, and then the formulas that you create are all on the other side, and you can remove these as you like to. Part 2. Now we're really on track to get to work. So let's select our fresh handmade calculator formula. And at the top of your page, you'll see your formula. You can either print out a copy on the right-hand side, or you can go directly back into your formula on the saved page, and you can make any edits that you want to. The picture that you see here in the middle will always be a default picture that's actually assigned to any of the 3 calculators. And you can go in and add your own picture of your soap on the calculator edit page so that you can identify your work easier in the saved formulas page or in the workspace. Now, this is the fastest way to identify your projects once you have more than a handful to look at. Now, most everything below this are tools that you can use independently outside of the workspace and create their own standalone documents. But when you click through and grab these tools from inside the workspace page, all of the information pertaining to that formula is going to populate directly into your batch records, your data sheets, and yes, even on your labels. And we're going to go into that in just a minute. So in this second section, we have a place to take notes. Now, this is just a spot to add any fleeting ideas that you want to attach to your work. It can be absolutely anything. But this note section is just a spot that's ready to grab, to jot down anything that you think of or something you want to remember, and it will timestamp and date your work. And you can go back in and you can tidy it all up anytime you want to. And on this row, you have your batch records and your safety data sheets. And there are full tutorials on how to document and use these sheets in the course. But when you open these records from this panel, all of your project information is already going to be pre-filled on these pages. So all you need to do is write in your notes. When we scroll below, you have a panel for your labels. Now you can pull up the label designer for any project and you can make labels for anything independently. But when you click through from this page, your label is attached to this formula project. So every time you pull up your workspace, you can grab any of the labels that you've made for this formula and you don't have to filter through all of the labels from your entire collection. Now additionally, your project name and your ingredient list imports into the label designer. So all you need to do is make a few adjustments and then design the look and save your label. The label designer itself has features custom for your soap and cosmetics. So with just a click, you can format your ingredients into the INCI required formatting and sort all of your ingredients in the proper order. So it doesn't matter the order that you import your ingredients, the designer will read the % of every ingredient and sort it all out for you. And then the designer will run through a compliance check to make sure that you have everything that you're required to put on a label for a lotion or a soap. Now there is an entire tutorial on that as well, but the label designer is not just a text and shape editor. This is a custom tool specifically for soap and cosmetics. And when you connect it from the workspace, most of the label is created as soon as you open up the designer. You just get to do the creative part of the design. Now, when we draw down even further, we have all of our inventory tracking for this particular formula. If you use the inventory tracker, and this is the easiest thing that you can possibly do, we'll focus more on that in a later guide in this tour. But let's say you have begun tracking all of your ingredients. When you get to the bottom of this page, you'll instantly know the most important information without any need to go digging into your soap making closet and pulling out bags of butters and bottles of oils and start counting them from the shelves. The first thing that you're going to see is that if you have enough stock to make a batch of this product, it will tell you up here in this corner on the right. And if so, how many batches you can make based on the formula that you've entered into your calculator. Now, when you scroll down, you're going to also see a breakdown of how much you need for a batch compared to how much you already have in stock. So if you're only missing 1 or 2 ingredients, you're going to see that immediately. Now there's also a drop-down watch list just above all of this, and this is going to give you even more detail on what information you need to pay attention to in your inventory so that you can have a complete picture of what these tools will provide for you down here. You can also track your fragrance oil, but that's just not tracked through your calculator right here on this page. This is tracked in your batch record. So that's a little bit different, but that is also trackable in your inventory. So if you have a large collection of fragrance oils, there is a way to do that later on. We just have it down here so that you know that we haven't forgotten it. It's not a part of your calculator formula because you don't actually put that in the very first steps of your calculator. So it's just a little placeholder to let you know that we will get to that when we're ready to get to that in our documentation. So within just 1 minute, you instantly know when you open up a project in your workspace if you can get to work making a product or if you need to order up some supplies. Now finally, below all this, we have an additional unique feature. Now again, there's an entire tutorial on this that will explain everything with clarity. But since you're tracking your inventory, and since we have our formula already parsed out on this page, we track our cost in making the item, and then we guide you through how to come up with a clear and definitive price that you need to sell your product at to make it worth your effort and be profitable. There are a few additional values down here that we need to open on each page, and these numbers are mostly up to you, but I will go into detail about how you decide those prices, and I'll show you how to come up with a price for your product where you can both sell and wholesale without losing time and money. Now this is our complete workspace. So you can see that this is just about everything that you need to do and know to set yourself up from being just a soap maker to crafting a business with what you make. Now there is a lot to learn about how to get good at using these tools, but it's all here and it's ready for you to start building, and there are plenty of lessons in these pages to help you get good at these activities. And with that, we still have more to look at, and we're ready to move on to part 4.